Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Henry and Susan, and we are live doing another podcast today and trying to get everything taken care of before summertime. So we are getting busier and busier for summer. Guys, if you are just coming in, feel free to go into the chat room, ask your questions. We are um, going to answer anybody's questions that we can while we're doing our live podcast here. So we're getting tons and tons more phone calls now that summer's here. It's really taking off. A lot of commercial, a lot of commercial jobs. For some reason, we just be getting pounded with commercial jobs, and we're getting more people giving us a call that are getting into this business. And we've talked about this many times before, where most of you guys are kind of just jumping in and want to get into commercial right away, which I don't understand because um, commercial is a lot more of a headache for people that are brand new, that are just coming in, because there is a lot of paperwork that needs to be done, um, needs to be taken care of. I mean, we submitted 3 properties, got the 3 properties, got them done, and we've been going back and forth um, with the contractor that's handling the 3 properties. Um, it's a management company, as a matter of fact, that handles uh, these companies. So they got to get all their ducks in a row, pretty much, and get that taken care of. So we just been sending them paperwork after paperwork after paperwork. You know.
Because they have to send it to other people to look over it, making sure everything's all correct, making sure we have all the information, making sure it's all signed, and then they just go over everything, and then they'll let you know, okay, this is when we need them cleaned.
Yeah.
So it's a long process.
Yeah, and we have more that we have to look at. We just got another call today for a smaller rooftop, but yeah, they're coming in. I mean, and we're getting busy. Bird proofing is busy. We got a couple of them this week. We have to tackle out and get that done before the end of the week. Looks like we're working 7 days a week at this point. So we're going to be busy and starting to get hotter. And this is where you guys need to come in and charge more money, because you're going to be on the rooftops for a lot longer. And this is where you're going to feel it. You are going to feel what it takes to be up on a roof for 4 hours or 6 hours, especially if you're doing bird proofing.
Try to start as early as possible at 7 a.m. if you can, just to at least, while it's cooler outside, before the heat starts to come, because it will help a lot, and you can probably get more done when it's a lot cooler.
Yeah, I mean, that's just common sense. I mean, for that to try to get done. I mean, sometimes you can't go out there and do that. Sometimes it's job after job after job. You know how many jobs we have.
Yeah.
How many jobs that we get a day. Not everybody's going to get the 8 o'clock hour. Not everybody's going to get the 7 o'clock hour. There's guys out here that are gonna get the 12 o'clock hour.
Well, you start your first job at like 7, and then try to knock out as many jobs as you can before it starts to get warmer. Well, if you live in an area where it gets really hot, then you can't prevent that, unfortunately. Like in Palm Springs, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, it's already over 100 degrees, so it's something that you just have to deal with, and make sure that you stay hydrated that early, because you're up on the roof.
Right. You're definitely up on the roof. You're definitely doing work. You're definitely going out there and, doing some bird proofings or doing solar panel cleanings or doing commercial buildings, or, windows. Yeah, it would be nice if you can get them cool, or try to get them while it's cool. I mean, we started the big commercial account at 3 o'clock in the morning, and was able to knock that out fairly early. And it was nice because the windows dried up really, really nice when we did get that done. But sometimes you just can't do that. Sometimes you have to, do what you have to do. What's up there, Madtown? We're gonna catch everybody's. Just put it in chat, say hello, what have you. Ask questions, because now is the time to ask a lot of questions while you have us on, um, and go from there. Look, I'm already burnt out. I'm tired, but we got to keep going and going and going, because we have lots of competition. Yeah, we have tons of people that want to take our work. We know that. We have tons of people that want to steal business from underneath us, and lower the price. And believe me, we have been getting a lot of people that are not willing to pay what we're charging. But that's okay. We don't want those people. We want the people that care about their solar systems. We want the people that care about who gets up on the roof. We want the people that care about who's insured and who's legit. Those are the people we want. We don't want the people that just want the cheapest price, because we've seen it in this industry many, many times. When you pay the cheapest price, that's when you get screwed, because there's guys out there that are going to do things that are going to destroy your solar panels. And I can't say I told you so to every single customer, but we told you so. We had our first complaint yesterday. Our first complaint yesterday from one of our customers. And the complaint was, I was only there for a half an hour cleaning his solar panels. I went over them 8 times. And from the time that I started the job to the time that I finished the job was only 30 minutes.
Yeah, he was wondering if they were cleaned in such a short time. And we explained to him, well, when you have the right equipment, it takes less time to be up on the roof, as opposed to somebody that doesn't have the right equipment and they're up on the roof longer. So even if it takes just a short time to clean the panels, doesn't mean that they're not cleaned properly.
No, we cleaned them and made sure. And I got on the phone and I did tell him, you're paying for experience. You're not paying this guy that just started with cheap equipment that's going to be up there for 2 hours. I'm not that guy. I'm that guy that will clean your solar panels and clean them done, get them done right, clean them over many, many times. And I even told them, I said, at this point, all I'm doing is wasting water and wasting your time and wasting my time by going over them over and over and over and over again. When he was like, well, it's a minute a panel. I said, no, it's not.
It's less than a minute.
It's 5 seconds a panel. That's what this is what it's taking me to clean these panels. 5 seconds a panel. And that's going up and down, because my brush covers the whole solar panel in one pass. And a matter of just going down and coming back up, going down and coming back up, well, that's 2 passes already. And I can get that done in 6 seconds. And this is where a lot of people, they need to understand, when you have the right equipment, when you have the right stuff and you know what to do, then it just makes things a lot easier for you. Makes things a lot easier. You're right. Time is money, Madtown. And the fact of the matter is, that was our first customer in the morning, and we had many more to do. And because he saw us on his ring, and he was just, well, you didn't spend enough time up there. I said, I didn't need to. When you know what you're doing and you know how to clean the panel and you know exactly what you need to do, I can go over them many, many times.
And when he called and he was booking with me, he did tell me, well, you guys don't clean. How do you don't dry the panels with a towel? I said no. I said we never, ever, ever, ever dry the panels with anything. The sun takes care of the drying for them.
Well, it should. So,
I guess, and he's not the only customer that has mentioned that as far as when I'm booking them. Yeah, I've had to explain that to a few other customers, and I don't know where they're getting that information
yeah, I
from.
mean, they're getting them out there. It's on
Hmm.
Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on YouTube. You got these guys out here that are network marketers, and they want to show that they make thousands of dollars cleaning solar panels, and they sell you a dream. Okay, that's exactly what they're doing. They're selling you a dream. If you look at their equipment that they're using on their videos, it's crap. It's garbage. And they're going out there and they're using the customers' water hose, spraying it down with a little simple brush. And I made $10,000 today. No, you didn't. You just made that facade of, you just, the illusion that you can make thousands of dollars in an hour. And this is where it really gets me upset with the fact that these guys come out and say, oh, I made $350 in 1 hour on their YouTube videos. No, you didn't. Not with that equipment. You didn't make that. But I can tell you, we charge for our time, and sometimes we do make more than doctors and attorneys because of what we charge. But that's the demand. The demand is there. This is a young industry, and this industry is so much opportunity. And when it's a lot of opportunity, well, guess what? There's guys out here that are going to charge peanuts for something that they think, oh yeah, I got the job. I got the job because I charged $70 to go clean solar panels, and this other guy charged $250 to go clean the solar panels. But I got the job. But guess what? 6 months down the road, those guys aren't going to be around. I can promise you that they're not going to be around. They cannot sustain. Um, they cannot sustain uh, that level for 12 months. Remember, this is a seasonal business. Right now, we're getting into the season. We're not even in summertime yet. We got another 2 weeks, and then we get into summertime, and that's when it starts to get hot. And as it starts to get hot, well, guess what? You're going to get busier and busier. Everybody's going to get busy. The reason why everybody's going to get busy because everybody is already busy. They're booked. So they got people here that are coming in and they're charging $50. Oh, I'm going to do $50. Well, I'm going to do 10 calls a day for $50. That's $500. Guess what, people? I can do that in one job. Easy. We can do that. We can double that, triple that in one job. Just depends what you are doing and what have you. We upsold somebody yesterday, and it we did an upsell yesterday, and we're doing bird proofing now, and it's a lot more money than what we were when we were going to do the solar panel cleaning. Okay, we went there for solar panel cleaning, found out he had a whole bunch of birds underneath, and we upsold them to bird proofing. And now we're going back on Saturday and do bird proofing. We got bird proofing Friday, we got bird proofing Saturday, Sunday. We're going to be working. So, we're working this whole week, and we haven't even started summer yet. Summer is coming, people. It's going to get hot. Guys out there and Palm Springs, desert, yeah, you better be charging what you're worth, because if not, you're going to get burnt out really, really fast. I'm seeing people coming into this industry. They're calling us. They're saying, hey, we want to get into this industry. What is it going to take? Well, I show you the fast track of how to do this business. I show you the fast track. You do my training, and I go out there and I train you one on one. You don't have to think about it, because I'm giving you my knowledge one on one. I don't care where you're at. I can do a Zoom call and we can go to town, go to work. I just got done picking somebody else up for Zoom training. And I mean, I'm not cheap, but I'm giving you everything that Rick and I have learned in the last 5 years, and what Susan and I are doing now, and all the business accounts that are coming with it. I doubled my business accounts this year, and I haven't even started my summer yet. And when I say business, and you're talking big businesses, Target, FedEx, UPS, Amazon, smaller companies, Panda Express, all these other little companies out there that we're picking up. We're picking up schools. We're picking up a lot of apartments. They're calling. And you know what? They don't want the cheapest price, because they already know if you give them the cheapest price, if you give a big corporation like Target a cheap price, there's something wrong with you. You either don't have the insurance, you don't have the COI, you don't have just everything in general that they're going to need. General liability, auto insurance, all that other stuff. You probably don't have that. And they're going to ask for that. We are still filling out paperwork just for 3 properties. And we've been doing it for 3 days. Contracts, all the contracts come in. We got to do the contracts, get all the contracts taken care of, get that done, send it back to the management company. Management company says, okay, I need the COIs for all 3 properties. Okay. What if you guys don't know what a COI is, a certificate of insurer, and you get that through your insurance company, and the insurance company has to put that company name directly onto that contract to where you send that back to them. They have it. They want to know.
Is there a charge to do that?
Yes. Some companies charge $100 just to go out there and put a COI on. Some are free. It just depends what insurance company you're with. There are some companies out there that will charge per certificate of insured. And so, you want to make sure that everything is done. Right now, we're redoing and revamping our website. It looks phenomenal. It looks great. We're still working on that. I haven't gone live on that yet. We're going to go live this week, guarantee it. And we're doing a lot more promotions, a lot more advertising for the end of summer, because we're going to be working until November and December, guarantee it. We will. Those other guys that are just starting out, that don't know how to market themselves, they don't have a clue what's going to happen. Because come September, or as it starts to cool down, guess what's going to happen?
When the rainy season comes and nobody's really working as far as getting up on the roof. So you got to be prepared for that when that time comes.
Educate your customers, people. Educate them. Let them know that they need their solar panels cleaned all year round. Not that they want, that they need. And it's true. They do. You got to produce all year round. California, sun is up 365 days out of the year, most of the time, and you're producing energy. So you got to let those customers know that what solar panels can do when they're clean. And go even better than that. Explain to them what solar panels can do when they're dirty. Give them the negative effect. Let them know the negative part of it. If you let them know the negative part of it, then they'll understand. What will happen if you don't clean your solar panels? And if you talk to them in that way, they understand. This is why we get big corporate jobs, because we explain to them, you got a lot of solar panels that need to be cleaned. This is what's going to happen if you don't clean your solar panels. You're going to fail your inspections. They're going to fail because they're so dirty that they're not producing. And they know that. They're not scratching their head going, I wonder why this is not producing. They're calling the OEM companies out there, and those companies are coming out with saying, yeah, they got to be clean. And guess who's getting the phone calls? They call and they say, hey, I need you to come out here, give us a bid on 18,000 solar panels, 25,000 solar panels. I need a price on that. Nathan, super fan, what's happening? Thank you very much, Nathan Berna, for being a super fan. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Member came up. So, but yeah, summertime is coming, and we're just getting busier and busier. Susan already booked. How many jobs today did you book?
I think like 4 of them.
4 jobs. And booked 4 jobs, and more coming in. Let me put this lower, guys. Yeah, so sorry, guys. Let me put this lower. We're just getting messages after messages, and always when it's live, right? So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I mean, now is the time to ask. Go ahead and ask questions. Quite a few of you guys on here right now. We do see that. Appreciate every single one of you guys coming on. Summertime is coming, and when summertime comes, you're going to get phone calls. Don't be afraid to put out the price that you can put out to make money. That's what this business is all about, guys. This is why you get into business, to make money, not to sit there and break even, go out there and clean solar panels for an hour and only charge $50. And it took you $40 to put gas in, by the way. You know, when we go out every day, we put gas in our van every single day. We fill everything up, get everything taken care of, and we've spent money before we even made money. But we know at the end of the day, if it ain't a $2,000 day for us, it's not a good day. So right now, 7 days a week, and if you make $2,000 a day for 7 days, that's $14,000. $14,000 in that week that you have made for your business. Now, if you turned around and you charge $50 for solar panel cleaning, you'll never hit that goal. We always target our goal to say we are going to make so much money a day. Sometimes we don't do it. Sometimes we'll have days where we'll do maybe 1,000. And then some days we'll do 3,000. So those other days will make up for the days that we didn't do that. And, you know, people ask us, well, what kind of advertising are you guys doing? We're not doing any advertising. They are coming to us. They are calling us. We do everything organically through our website. We get people that send us messages on our website and saying, I have this, give me a call, and we're calling them and we're booking them. One of the worst things that you guys can do is put prices on your website. And I want to talk about that because we've had people that have put prices on their website, and I love it. I love it. I love the fact that they put prices on their website. Let me tell you the reason why. because those guys will never get the phone calls. Never. Ask yourself this question, even as a customer. As a customer, ask yourself this question, even as somebody who's in this business. Why would I ever call you when your prices are right there on the website? Why would I call you? I'm going to call my competition. I'm going to call my competitor. I'm going to find out what he's charging. And if he knows what you're charging, he'll undercut you 100% of the time.
Well, I think some people do call even if they put prices on their website.
No. Listen, I don't buy that.
I think
Okay,
they-
you can sit there and make it
I
to
think
where
they do, but listen, I think they do. I think certain people do just to see if they can convince the company if they can go lower.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to sit there and call that company and say, "Oh, I got prices from somebody else, and they're way cheaper than you."
No, I meant that the company that they see the price on their website.
That's what I'm talking
call them
about.
And they say,
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that right there. What? Listen, you go to any website and you got prices right there. You already know their prices. Why would you call them? Why would you sit there and call them and say, "Oh, are you going to honor this price?" No. They're going to get on Google. They're going to check out Yelp. They're going to check out all these other companies, and they're going to call around, and they're going to find out who picks up the phone, and they're going to ask them the number one question everybody asks. What do you charge to clean solar panels? That's the number one question. What do you charge for bird proofing is the number two question. What do you charge for a commercial account per panel? What kind of price are we looking at? These are just basic questions that customers are going to ask. So I've never, and I won't put prices on my website. Well, you'll never find prices on my website at all. And there's a reason for that. I want you as a customer to call me so I can talk to you. I can explain the process, and I can tell you exactly what we do, how we do it. And if you have any questions, I can answer it for you, or Susan can answer it for you right there and then. But once you put prices on your website, what's the point? Why would I call you?
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm looking at something, I do call and find out about their price. That's just me. Even if it's not right for them to put the price on there, I still call anyways.
Why? Let me ask you that question. Why would you do that?
I do that just to make sure what the price is, and if there's any way they can go lower on the price. I've done that before in the past. So that's just me. Other people may do it differently. Other people may not call, but that's just me. I've done it before, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that, go ahead.
No, I love it. Like I said, that's something. Hey, go ahead. Put prices on your website. I don't care. All I got to do is, oh, that's what he's charging.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what he's charging. Okay. Why would I sit here and pick up the phone and go, hey, yeah, it's $200. There are people out there that will do that. I'm not saying that they don't get phone calls. I'm not saying that. I'm saying think of it as the customer's point of view. Do you get commercial accounts when your prices are on your website? Let me see who just chimed in. Barron Solar Wash Company. My prices are on my website, and I get calls every day asking me how much it costs for an expansion.
No.
Or
my prices,
or explanation.
My prices are on my website, and I get calls every day asking me how much it costs for an explanation of what you do, and usually 90% book right there and then. Yeah,
and 90%. Well, that to me, I think that's extremely high. I don't think those numbers are not right, but that's just my thing, Baron. I mean, listen, if it works for you in Northern California, then so be it. I don't know if you have competition up there. We have 100 solar panel cleaners just in our area. 100. And I can guarantee you, I can go to every single website right here in my area and find out what they charge without even calling them, because people like yourself have it right there, and I don't need to call you. I don't need to call you because I already know what you're pricing. Yeah, there's some people that may call, that may say, "Hey, I'd like to book with you," but I'm telling you, big corporations, if you plan on getting commercial accounts and you show me commercial accounts by leaving your prices on your website, show me a commercial account that you got, I can guarantee you it doesn't exist.
Barron's in Vegas.
I know where he's at. I know exactly where he's got lots of competition up there. You got a few other people that just opened up in Las Vegas. They called me.
In Henderson.
And I mean, there's nothing to worry about. There's plenty of business for everybody. But the fact of the matter is, why would I call you? Why would I sit there and go, "Oh, no, you know what? Your prices are there. You're good. I'm on to the next one." Look, customers want to know the cheapest price. That's what they shoot for. So if they see your prices on your website, no, we're not in summer yet. And Barron says, "I don't want commercial." Well, that explains it. So, I mean, if you don't want commercial, that's fine. I mean, that's great. If you want to do residential and that's what you want to do, more power to you. But we get commercial all the time. We get big corporations that are calling us, whether we're doing security systems, whether we're doing windows, or whether we're doing solar panels. We are cleaning. And so, I mean, great. I mean, if your prices are working for you, then that's awesome. Barron says,
there are two types of clients, ones that want a cheap price and ones that want good service.
Of course. I mean, we deal with both, but I'll give away the cheap prices all day long, because I'm not going to go out there in 110-degree weather. We were just in Vegas last week. We just got back from Las Vegas at 109 over there. Now, and I'm sitting here going, okay, let these guys go ahead and do it for X amount of money.
I can imagine.
In 109-degree weather. I'm curious. Barron, give me your website. I want to take a look at your website because I want to see your prices. And I want to see if you are... No, you don't want me to do that?
No.
Why?
No.
I'm just curious.
No.
I'm curious to find out. Okay, what I'm trying to explain to Barron and you is this is how people think. We've been doing this business long enough. I already know. There's my competition. My competition puts their prices on their website. And guess what? We get calls, and I'll sit there and I say, "Oh, I already know what he's charging. I'll charge $5 less." And there you go. We get the jobs. Summertime, we will be booking 10 plus jobs a day. 10 plus without our prices being on our website. Because I'm going to sell you. I'm going to sell you every single time that you call me. I'm going to sell you our service. Susan's going to sell you our service.
Barron, what is an anti-static wash? What is that? I've never heard that before.
$240 for anti-static wash. Okay, so there's companies out there like Chemitech. Okay, Chemitech has a solution, and it's an anti-static stuff. And there's other companies out there that have the exact same thing. And you can go out there and say, hey, I'm going to go out there and put an anti-static.
What's the benefit of that? I've never heard. This is all new to me
Well,
as far as anti-static. So what is the benefit of
what does
doing
anti-static mean?
that as opposed to regular
What does
wash?
static mean?
You get zapped.
What does static mean? Okay, it's drawing dirt in or it's not drawing dirt in, one or the other. So if you are using deionized water, that's not going to be a static where it just brings that in. If you're using hard water, that brings dirt in. So Baron, correct me if I'm wrong, you have a service that you charge to throw something on the solar panels and call it anti-static, correct?
So it keeps the dirt off when you do anti-static?
You know what? I'm not even going to answer that because I don't use it. Okay? I'm not a pro at that. I'm not experienced with anti-static stuff. When you get your solar panels and they're brand new, there's a protective coating on those things. Okay? And that's what you should be concerned about, is that protective coating. Protecting that protective coating. Now,
so is the anti-static wash an extra protector?
I don't know, couldn't tell you. Not my expertise. I'm not going to sit here and talk about anti-static wash because I don't do it. We don't do it. That damn Daniel laughing my, you know what, off. That's like a ceramic coating. I don't know. Maybe Baron Solar Watch can explain what that does through the chat. Maybe we can get educated on it because apparently it's working up with. Was he in Vegas?
Yeah, he's in Vegas.
Okay. Yep. You know.
Maybe because they get more dust because of the desert. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Really?
That's a new thing that I've heard of, anti-static wash. I've never heard that before. So,
Oh, what about places like Palm Springs?
maybe they do that out there too.
I mean, we were in a dust storm the other day.
Yeah.
Do you think that anti-static wash would have done something? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know much about it, so I don't know.
Daniel, I love how she doesn't know what it is because it's just like homeowners don't know either. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not bad mouthing anybody. I'm not bad mouthing their techniques. I'm not bad mouthing that. All I'm saying is this is a topic that I want to bring up to you guys and kind of educate you on because I've been doing this for a long time. Look, and I can keep saying this over and over and over again. But I've seen my competition go down because they have put prices on their website. Now, you got to hustle. You got to go out there and get these phone calls. I'm more interested in getting people calling me and talking to me and sealing the deal right there and then. And I don't have my prices on my website. There's a reason for that. I want them to call me.
Now, I do have a question for you, all of you out there. When you are talking to a customer and you're trying to book with them, do you give them an estimate and send it to them, or do you try to, book them right there and then? How do you when you're scheduling a customer? What is your process in doing it? Because I know people like to send estimates and, it's a matter of you're just waiting to see if they want it or not. Whereas opposed to if you're talking to them and you're trying to convince them, this is why it's important to get the cleaning done and just book it right there and then. I mean, what is your process? I'm curious. I'm just curious.
What was the question? I wasn't even listening.
Do you give estimates before booking them?
Why?
Do you wait for well, that's maybe.
Why would you give an estimate?
That would be my question. Do you give estimates? And if you do, why do you do that?
Maybe I'm old school. I don't know. But when a customer calls me and a customer says, "What do you charge?" and they like the price, I don't sit there and say, "I'm going to give you an estimate and then you can go ahead and just pay it online." I think that's just an extra step for the customer, and it gives that opportunity for the customer to change their mind and call someone else. You book them right there. That's what you do. You book them when you have them on the phone. When you have them on the phone, you book them. Why would you send an estimate and let them think about it, call other people and say, "Oh, I got this estimate," because estimate is proof. Estimate is sitting there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my goodness.
Dow Solar.
We got this interruption, people, and I'm sure you guys are seeing it. We just got a $50, $49.99. What are they called? Tips, or are they called
donation?
Donation. Thank you very much. But we got to read this out. He donated $49.99.
Dow Solar Netting and
it's Dow Solar Netting.
It says, "Thank you for leading the way in the solar panel cleaning and bird proofing industry. I can't thank you enough for all the tips and skills you've provided to myself here on YouTube. You've helped my business tremendously up here in Modesto,
California." There you go. Modesto, Northern California. I don't think it's considered Central California. I think it's Northern California. But thank you very much, Dowd Solar Netting and Solar Panel Cleaning, I believe it is. I can't see.
Yeah.
But thank you for the $50 donation, and we really appreciate that. Where was I? I was talking about estimates, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of you guys out here that are kind of doing stuff that you're doing extra steps that you really don't need to do. You don't need to, and we have somebody up in on the East Coast does the exact same thing. He goes out and he will send estimates to every single one of your customers. And I sit here and I go, if I was to use my method by sealing the deal with the person right on the phone, right there, and do that. Explain to everyone here what our process is. Do we send out estimates? Because you're the one that books them. So
the only estimates that we send out are for commercial, and that's for
no, we're talking residential. We're not talking commercial. Let's talk residential.
But I'm just putting it out there that the only estimates that we send out are for commercial. We don't send out estimates to residential unless we do have a few that we do send out because they requested, and they have to talk it over with whoever. But
when was the last time you sent out an estimate?
Last week.
You sent last week. You sent an estimate out. Now, let me ask you a question, because I know nothing about this.
No, you do.
Okay. Well, let me ask you. Did they book?
No.
Why not?
Because they said they had to speak to their wife.
So they had time to think about it. They had time to get on the phone. You just proved my point right there. You just went out there and proved my point. I didn't even know about this. Well, maybe I did.
Yeah,
maybe she brought it up to me.
I do. You did.
Okay. But the fact of the matter is they didn't book. Now, let me ask you. Today, you got phone calls. Did you book?
Yes.
How many?
4.
4. How many calls did you get?
4.
So you got 100%. So let me ask you this question. What did you do to book them? What was your process? Let everyone know here what the process was to book 4. Were they all cleanings?
Yes. Mhm.
There was no bird proofing
Well,
today?
one was bird proofing.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that was bird proofing.
Mhm.
Let me ask you this question. Was it over $1,000?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Go ahead
Mhm.
and explain to them your process of what you do so they know exactly what you do to book a customer. Because this is a great topic, guys. A great topics. And you know, there's some like Barron Solar Wash Company that it works for. It works for them that they put their prices on there and then people call them. It works. Okay. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I will say, I'm going to tell you right now, I would never use that method. Never. Because of my mindset and thinking. My mindset and thinking would be I get them on the phone, I I talk to them, I answer all their questions, and then my last question would be, what time would you like me to book you? Let's do tomorrow. Okay, great. What is your name? What is your address? What is your phone number? What is your email? This is me booking them right here and right on the spot. So go ahead.
Oh well, you just
No,
said
no,
it.
no, 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 no. I want you to explain how you do it.
That's exactly how I do it. He
Okay.
just did it, and so rather than him explain, and rather than me explain, he just did it for me. So that's how.
So that's
I did
it. You
that.
got nothing else to say because I sat there and
Yeah,
I
because I was
explained.
trying to explain it,
Go
and he
ahead.
didn't give me a chance. So when a customer calls and they want to know what we charge for example, solar panel cleaning, then we just ask them, is it a 1-story, 2-story, just basic, simple. It's pretty much the same thing for just about every customer. What is it, a 1-story, 2-story? How many panels do you have on your roof? What city are you in? And that's it. Now, if they don't know how many panels they have on their roof, then I could look it up on Google Earth. I ask them for their address, they'll give it to me, and I can look it up and I have an idea. Okay, that's how many panels they have. And then we tell them, okay, this is how much we charge for a 1-story, 2-story home. We don't charge per panel on residential. The only time we charge per panel is commercial.
Why is that?
Because the volume of panels on a commercial is a lot more than a residential home.
And not only that, and that was a good answer, by the way. But we can turn around and do 100 panels for the same price, and it won't take us that much longer with the equipment that we have. We have the Solitech C1000.
We did do I think they had 60 or 70 panels
65 panels
on a 2-story home,
on a 2-story house.
and it took Henry about maybe.
Wait. Was I by myself?
He was up there by himself.
By myself, and then you were down on the bottom. 65 panels.
Yeah.
2-story house.
And stop interrupting.
Go ahead.
And it took him about, from my perspective, it took him about maybe 20 minutes to clean the panels. And this is 65 panels. So when you have the right equipment, it takes you less time to clean the panels and less time on the roof than if you have a different kind of brush where it's not rotating. You have a window cleaning brush, where you're spending an hour. Probably an average person that has that type of brush maybe can spend about an hour or so cleaning 60-some panels. I don't know.
Don't get me wrong.
Don't quote me on that, but I don't know.
We do charge, and I will tell you, if there's 50 panels on up, our price goes even up higher. Distance, I got to travel and I got to go there, and it's going to be a while. We charge more.
Now, mind you, this customer had 2 properties.
2.
And the other property had about, I think, 40, 50 panels.
Yeah.
On a 2-story home, again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so altogether it was a lot of panels.
And then we did one a couple of days ago where there was 70, almost 70 panels on a one-story house.
Oh yeah,
Remember that guy?
yeah. That one had a lot of panels, and there's a few little obstacles because of the way the house was. Like it looked like it was an L shape.
But it was
So, yeah.
it was nice. It was a flat roof.
Yeah.
I mean, I dragged 300 feet of hose from the front of the
It was
property
almost all the holes that he had.
to almost to the back. And this guy had his huge acreage home, and had 65 solar panels. And I started from the back and worked my way all the way up to the front. And man, let me tell you, I'm glad I charged what I charged, because when I got there, I had this bead of sweat coming down my head, and it was like, okay, this was work. Anybody who had a water fed pole would have been up there 2.5 hours.
At least.
At least 2.5 hours.
Yeah. But that's basically what I do with a customer, and 99% of the time I get them and we book them.
Yeah.
So, that it's just simple, basic questions that I ask them. And if they have other questions other than what the information I gave them, then I answer that for them. But it's pretty much self-explanatory. It's pretty much the same thing what I explain to customers every single time. Once in a blue moon, we get a customer that asks something totally, out of the ordinary. Like if we clean the panels with a towel, and I say no. But other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. So it becomes repetitive, and it makes it easier to book the customer because you already know what they're going to be asking you even before they start talking, and you already prepared yourself. But I don't send out estimates for the most part, and you want to get them to book right there and then,
right,
rather than waiting around.
So we did get a super chat from Dowd Solar Netting and Solar Panel Cleaning Company. This is our first super on a live stream according to YouTube. YouTube really recognizes a lot of that stuff, and I want to be. I'm doing something where we're designing something right now. Our t-shirts, and I want to give away some t-shirts. I really do. I want to design it. It's going to have our company name on it. It's going to have our QR code on the shirt
We
itself.
can give you a little swag bag for our special.
We're setting it up. I mean, and I'm going to be promoting this on our YouTube channel. So if you guys want to buy the swag, you can. And that just helps us out as people see that, and we'll put something very, very nice on it. I think we're gonna draw it up really, really good.
We'll have some bling.
We'll have some bling
for the ladies.
We'll have some bling for the ladies. We have some bling for the men.
Yeah, sparkles.
Yeah. No.
Bedazzle.
Yeah. That's all I need is some diamonds on my shirt, burning a hole in my shirt as I'm working in 110-degree weather. Perfect. But yeah, no, we recognize every single one of you guys. We appreciate every single one of you guys out here, and thank you very much for those comments. I mean, those comments were awesome. Did you have a few other people that you wanted to?
Yeah.
So
Nathan Berna, where are you from, Nathan? I forgot.
Well, read the comment.
I think he's up north. Is it smart to partner or try to get work through solar installation companies?
They'll call you, and they'll try to work out a deal with you. They're all about commissions. We had lead generation companies call us this morning, 5:30 in the morning, asking them, do we want more leads? Do we want more what have you? That's all BS. Those are for solar companies, and they charge $2,000 a lead. Some of them do. So is it worth it for you to do that? So um okay, so where are we at?
Right here.
Go ahead, read it.
That damn Daniel, I dry my panels with a Swiffer
It's static clean.
with anti-static cling so my panels don't wrinkle up like my clothes out the dryer.
Oh my goodness. You know, I there's guys out here, especially on Instagram. There's one guy out here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Baron, but he has a solution that he puts on a little, said like a Swiffer, I guess, puts it on there, and then he goes and he cleans it. When he's done, he cleans that. I think that's, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's an anti-static that he's using, because he really doesn't show the bottle. He just kind of shows it on there, and he's cleaning that with that. He's on Instagram, and I know he's either in Puerto Rico or Europe or Mexico or something.
Maybe that's what they do out there.
Maybe, I don't know, but
that damn Daniel said I send them an estimate and then I follow up.
Yeah, look, some people do. Some people will go out there, send estimates, and then they'll follow up and they'll do that. We just don't do that, just because we can seal the deal right there, and what have you.
Dow Solar Netting and Cleaning, you're welcome. You guys rock. Keep it up and stay hydrated in this heat. To anybody watching, you won't find better teachers in this industry.
I appreciate that very much. Baron says, sorry, I got a call. It's a polymer coating. Is it Chemitech? Is that what you're using? The Chemitech solution? There's a Chemitech solution out there, and there's other ones out there. I don't know what you're using, but it might want to.
That damn Daniel says, Baron, does that mean the anti-static is applied by hand, sort of like a mop and glue?
It could be. I don't know. I don't know his process. Madtown. Good night, guys. Thanks for all the info, and God bless. Have a good night there, Madtown.
Dow Solar Netting says, also found my first bullet in a panel today.
Crazy.
Tesla will be out next week to replace it for $650 since it's not covered on warranty.
Wow. $650 for one Tesla solar panel. So yeah, that's gets very, very pricey, and a bullet will cause a lot of problems. I mean, and you can't avoid that. That's just something you just can't avoid. You shoot a gun in the air, it's going to come right back down somewhere. And most of the time, it does land on the solar panel and cracks it, breaks it, shatters the glass.
Along with a rock or golf ball.
Golf balls.
If you live by a golf course.
Plenty of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, so summer is coming, guys, and be prepared for it. You're going to get phone calls. You're going to get people calling you. You're going to have people checking out your website, maybe prices, what have you. I love bringing up these topics because I like people to prove me wrong. I really do. I love people to go out there and prove me wrong, and if it works for you, great, no problem. But like I said, I know what works for us. I know that we have plenty of competition, and we have guys out here that will undercut us big time just to get the work, whether it's solar panel cleaning or bird proofing. You got guys out here doing bird proofing for $500, $500. So, which that's what it cost me for my material. We put nothing but the best out there on the market. But there's guys out here that are doing it for dirt cheap. Nathan says, I am on the border of Arkansas and Oklahoma, Fort Smith, and Northwest Arkansas to Tulsa, and every town in between. SEC Solar Panel Cleaning Company, soon to be open in this area. That was a good plug right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations, Nathan. Thank you for being a member. And if you're in that area, look them up. SEC Solar Panel Cleaning Company, and maybe he can go out there and uh, do some work for you. And same thing with everybody else out there. Dow Solar Netting and Cleaning. Where was he from, by the way?
I don't think he's.
Dow. Where are you from?
Up north.
Oh, Modesto.
Oh, Modesto.
He's up in Modesto, California. Yeah. So I think that's what Northern California. Got lots of competition up there. Sacramento, Fresno, Modesto, Button Willow. A lot of people don't even know where Button Willow is.
Never heard of it.
Never heard. That's a cotton country of the world right there. Pick cotton right there, and you got a bunch of cotton fields off the 5 freeway. Yeah. So I don't know if it's close to Modesto, but Modesto is
Northern Cal, have past Fresno.
Half past Fresno. Okay, there you go. Mm-hmm. Salinas. Got the other guys out there in that area. So yeah. Northern California. Yeah. Northern California is starting to get busy too.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of
people doing business out there now.
Starting their solar panel cleaning business. We see a lot of people in Northern California. A lot of people in Florida, a lot of people in Texas, a lot of people in Northern California, a lot of people in Southern California, San Diego, Arizona.
Oh, Arizona is
booming. A lot of bird proofings in Arizona that we're seeing, a lot. So those pigeons are active, But guys, thank you very much. This has gone an hour already, and we're glad that you guys came on. We appreciate every single one of you, and thank you guys for staying around, sticking around. We appreciate that, and thank you, Dow Solar Netting, for the $49.99 super chat. We appreciate that. If any of you guys don't know how to do that, there's a little $sign right there. You click on that $sign and you can leave us whatever you want. Even $1 doesn't matter. We love all that. We'll recognize you for anything that you want to donate. So we appreciate that. And you know what? We got to start making this trend where we get some type of super chat every single time that we're on live. That would be good. Yes? No? Yeah. That would give me McDonald's. I can get me breakfast. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So, but anyways, thank you guys. We appreciate every single one of you guys out there. And we are going to be hitting it now. So it's time for us to go do our thing. Thank you very much for coming on. And we're going to catch you guys next week, next Tuesday.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Father's Day is coming up this Sunday. And I got to work Sunday.
Not so much.
Unless you're taking me to Hawaii or something. Are we jumping on an airplane and just going to head down to Hawaii for the day?
That's not possible.
Sure, it's possible. Anything's possible, guys. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming on. We appreciate you. And thanks for the hearts. Thanks for everything. We will catch you guys on the next video. And once again, look at all solar cleaning services. Hello, how are y'all doing? We're taking off. You
started the game late.
You started that game a long time ago. You should have been 3 hours earlier. You're in Florida. So you're 3 hours ahead of us. So you should have been 3 hours earlier waiting for us. All right, guys. Thanks for chiming on. And we'll catch you guys next Tuesday. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys. Peace.
It's Baron.